Alrighty, back at it with Duelist Kingdom, and in this one we're going to have Mokuba taking on Weevil Underwood. So out of these two, this is probably a duelist that Mokuba could beat. He got very lucky with Mai, that was his only win. But against Weevil, you would think that he would have a fighting chance. Weevil's deck isn't particularly strong, and if Mokuba can draw his 1400-ish attackers straight off the bat, he actually could overwhelm Weevil if he gets the luck of the draw. Heart of the cards, however you want to call it. So from Weevil's perspective, he's got Flying Kamakiri #1, which is a very handy card for him. He's got a D-Spell. He's also got Cockroach Knight as well. Hercules Beetle and Kamakiri Man. Alright, we'll flip over to Mokuba. 6 cards in hand, goes with a face down defense. And straight to his end phase. And Girochin Kawagata. That's a good draw. 1700, that'll be tough for Mokuba to handle. And it was Green Phantom King as well that Mokuba had face down. That's a pretty decent card. So Mokuba would have been banking on that to try to get him through to the next turn. Okay, Dark Hole. Clutch draw from Mokuba. He's got Flying Kamakiri 1 off the field without its effect activating as well, and has just played Yashinoki. A weaker plant monster, but he'll be able to recoup some life point damage. Weevil, though, does have Kamakiri-Man in his hand, so he will be able to counter-attack. And there we go, Kamakiri-Man is played, and that will get rid of Yashinoki. Alright, I'm going to flip over to comments from yesterday. I had so many comments yesterday, it's actually going to be hard to get through all of them in one duel. Mecha Jason, so I was doing my Yugioh Duelist of the Rose and failed with the Dragons deck. I ran right into a Mirror Force and I had 3 Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Hyozanru and Siyaru, and I lost. The duel was a failure, and my deck leader was Thousand Dragon. Thousand Dragon's a cool card. I always like Thousand Dragon. As Mokuba played a defense in Red Medicine, and Weevil is summoning Hercules Beetle. Also, what card of Duke Devlin's is your favourite? Mine is Orgoth. He has some pretty good dice roll abilities. I like Strike, from the Dungeon Dice Monsters, I like Strike Ninja, but that was actually Yugi's. Yeah, of them all, Orgoth the Relentless was absolutely Duke Devlin's best monster. I would have to watch his duel with Serenity and Tristan again to remember what cards he actually used while he was dueling, because when he had that little skirmish with Joey, he played Fairy Meteor Crush. He played Gradius in that duel as well with Joey. Gradius is a cool card, lots of equip cards. And Jason also recommended that Chum-Li would be a good fit for a Duelist Kingdom run. Kind of like what I'm doing with Rebecca, as we see Fissure from Weevil, so he's drawn all the good magic cards, and he's just played Ancient Lizard Warrior, so 1400. Weevil does have a Dark Hole in his hand now, so he will be able to defend himself from this attack. Chum-Li would actually be a good fit in Duelist Kingdom. A lot of his cards do actually fit the Duelist Kingdom-esque kind of theme as well. Rare Hunter Gaming Rebecca's deck after Duelist Kingdom was also very interesting. Burn and Regenerate HP, do you mean LP? Probably LP. Cards such as Solemn Wishes, Spengoat? I don't know that card. Is that supposed to be Scapegoat? No, I don't remember Rebecca ever having a Scapegoat. Fire Princess, Mary the Fallen and Luster Dragon were used. Rare Hunter Gaming is also a Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy fan, I believe as well. That's why HP. In terms of Final Fantasy games, I I'm trying to do a perfect game on Final Fantasy X, and it's driving me insane. And when I say perfect game, I mean like 99 of every item, which includes like spheres and stuff. As we see, Cockroach Knight. Weevil has no choice but to play Cockroach Knight. He's got it to 1500 attack with that equip card, but it's going to be a... Thing is though, if Weevil loses Cockroach Knight, it's going to go back to the top of his deck. Joe Lowe's 7893. Speaking of decks that fall apart, Raphael's Guardians just hinder your dueling so much because of their summoning stipulations. Yeah, Raphael, his deck, you need a lot of equip cards to be able to summon the other monsters. It's actually a very unusual deck how that works, but the monsters in it are just so cool. I always really like Raphael's monsters. Guardian Iatos, and I've actually got one of them. I've got Guardian KS'd on card still somewhere in the shoebox. As we see, Weevil has got Queen of Autumn Leaves on the field. Cockroach Knight was destroyed by it, and I guess Weevil now played down a fake trap. And he's de-spell. What does he do here? Does he wait for a turn? He does. So the strategy here is that Weevil is going to receive some life point damage, which is quite risky because he's quite low on life points, but... And it's Arlone. So what's happening here is Weevil is actually looking to see if... oh, and Vile Germs. Looking to see if Mokuba would play a card with 800 or more attack. That way he might be able to play Cockroach Knight for a little bit and get through a turn without it being destroyed. He's going to flush some life points, but he will activate Dark Hole and likely play Cockroach Knight on his next turn. Mecha Jason, how about instead of her grandpa Pegasus stole Yugi's soul? So that's kind of like a backstory for Rebecca and Weevil, just making sort of one up. Maybe, yeah, maybe Pegasus stole Yugi's soul and Rebecca's gone to reclaim it. That's why she's playing in Duelist Kingdom. As there we see Cockroach Knight, Weevil likely to lose his first match, so Mokuba might pick up his second season point. And Mecha Jason also says, what if we get to see Bandit Keith in Battle City? Because after he got released from his brain control, who knows how far he would have went in the tournament, just an idea. I would be keen to produce that as well, Bandit Keith in Battle City, because he kind of ran off screaming in that episode. I actually watched that episode last night where he dueled Yugi after he was under the possession of Marek, and then after he ran away screaming after Joey and Tristan knocked the door down on the burning warehouse, that was it. We never actually heard from him again. So Laughing Flower was played. Weevil will have to replay Cockroach Knight, but in defense mode it could survive an attack from Laughing Flower. He might be able to get another turn in to draw another card. Ray Hunter Gaming, yes man, many old games were and still are extremely good. With many hours of gaming, with many games still having a large fan base, Yu-Gi-Oh! FB, as well as PlayStation 1 games like Final Fantasy 7, 8 and 9. Oh man, Final Fantasies like on PS1, they were absolutely iconic. And oh, I'd just seen Trent on the field, so Weevil is completely checkmated here. He's drawing Cockroach Knight as it keeps getting destroyed. Rounder Gaming also mentioned Grandia, Digimon World 2003 were all extremely good. Many games today are designed almost exclusively for online or graphics, so I miss the old childhood fun. That's what I miss in games as well, the fun aspect. I feel like a lot of that has diminished over the years of games are relying so heavily on graphics. As we see, Mokuba has picked up the first win, so Weevil is going to have to win 2 games in a row if he wants to pick up a season point against Mokuba. So of all the opponents, this is the one that Mokuba is most likely to defeat. 06 Kearley, where can I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Online? Yu-Gi-Oh! Online, I don't know if there's actually like an online-only Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, sort of like Pokemon Showdown. I don't know if there's anything like that. There might be, but I play this one on Legacy of the Duelist. It does have an online play feature, and Master Duel is the most current Yu-Gi-Oh! Game that has a lot of online play. So Master Duel you can get on PC, and I think, and you can definitely get it on PS4 and Xbox. So yeah, Master Duel would probably be where you would find most online players for Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Samwise 495, the only reason Loomis and Umbra were so threatening in the anime is because Kaiba didn't want to work with Yugi. Yeah, Yugi and Kaiba kind of remind me of Goku and Vegeta in many ways, with their rivalry as well as sort of like their sort of reluctant friendship that they have as well. So Serpentine Princess straight off the bat from Mokuba, that's one of his better cards. It's also 2000 defense as well. Oh, that's Fissure from Weevil. Okay, Otbat. I know a VTuber who said she loves Aqua Spirit as her favorite card. Aqua Spirit's a very cool card. One of the first cards I drew in a booster pack as well was Aqua Spirit. SEH 292. After waiting for a long time, we finally got Rebecca. Now, I just thought of something after reading the title of this video. What if you could create and then in brackets name of character, win Duelist Kingdom series? Yeah, that's I think that's what I'll go for. I'll do Rebecca, I'll do Duke Devlin, Jaden as well if his deck is reduced a little bit, and Chumlee as well. Chumlee would actually be a good fit for a Duelist Kingdom playthrough as well. Are there any other characters that I'm kind of missing? I mean, I could go further into the arts, but would have to reduce their decks a lot. Otherwise, there just wouldn't be any contest. But yes, it is the sort of the idea of series we're going with Rebecca, and after Rebecca, I'll do Duke Devlin. Jason Presland as well, always commenting to boost algorithms to send the videos further as well. Appreciate you. Aaron Vandeventer. Yugi didn't duel Rex or Bones. Okay, I think that's for the Rebecca series. Yeah, I'm gonna have Rebecca follow all of Yugi's and Joey's matches because yeah, Yugi didn't actually duel every opponent. He didn't duel Bandit Keith either in Duelist Kingdom until after, as Beanie comes to the field. The legendary Bean Soldier, who is invincible in every way, shape and form, and cannot be defeated by monsters under 1350 attack, unless they have an effect. But Beanie is my... Beanie just got destroyed. Well, I hope Weevil suffers a horrible loss. You and your bowl-headed cut. It looks like he's put a bowl on his head and his mother's just spun him around in the chair while sniffing the scissors. Bowl head, blue hair. You're also 3'6". Alright, Beak Snake comes to the field. Finish him off, Mokuba. Get a win. Weevil, though, he's a lot of life points behind. He would have to produce some comeback from here. Although Mokuba doesn't really have anything good in his hand. There's Kiwagata Alpha. Otbat. I love using Blast and Chain on Gearfried, the Iron Knight, back when both were fairly new. Gearfried was always one of my favourite monsters as well. And in early days Yu-Gi-Oh, having an 1800 attack with only 4 stars was actually very strong as well. Coolboy 666 full. Never understood why Millennium Shield is a warrior and not a rock. That is a very good point. Millennium Shield really could be a rock type. It being a warrior, I see why it would be classed as a warrior. It's sort of like a warrior's shield. But at the same time, it being a rock, it almost feels like there needs to be like a steel type or something in Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of like with Pokemon. Novus Tempestus, I think I said that right, 3389. For me, your release time places it right at the top of my feed when I get a chance to watch late at night in California. Well, greetings from Perth, Western Australia to California over there in the US. California is far west coast, sort of like in the bottom left of the map, isn't it? If I remember maps correctly, because I think Florida is on the opposite side, in like the bottom right of the US. Top right, I think, is like where New York is, and top left is... Is that where, like... Is that where Seattle? Washington? No, or is... I don't know. I don't know the US map that well. I know that like Texas and all that are like real south of the US. I know that the US state that has a border sharing the most other US states is Tennessee. Cosmic Dust 4170 also says, Mako was always my favorite, loved his sea monster deck from the show. Yeah, Mako was one of my favorite characters as well. And just Aqua in general, even for Pokemon, as we're seeing Weevil make a comeback here. He got Empress Mantis to the field and he ended up playing Dark Hole. I was actually assuming Weevil was going to pick up a second loss. That's why I wasn't really... That's why I was reading out comments. I thought the match was done, but Weevil is making a comeback. Though he did lose Empress Mantis and he now has no monsters on the field. And Mokuba now could summon Treant, which would put a 1500 attacker on the field. Wouldn't it be something if Mokuba beats this really hot, weak deck that I made for Mokuba ends up beating Weevil? Well, if this attack hits, Weevil's flipped up Infinite Dismissal. If this attack hits, Weevil will be down to 300 life points. So we could still... Okay, he's got 4. He'll have 5 cards in his hand. So if... Oh, Dispel... What's that face down? I have no idea what that face down was. I was reading comments. It is... Oh, it's Magic Jammer. And, oh wow, straight at the end phase for Weevil. And Green Phantom King. So this could be it. If Weevil can't block here, this will be it. Mokuba will pick up his second win of the tournament. Do it for Bean Soldier. Avenge my guy. 300 points. Weevil is on 0, and that will do it. Weevil Underwood is defeated. As we flip over to the match stats. Well, Mokuba has picked up his second win of the tournament, which is absolutely beautiful because his only other win come to Mai, and it was a very lucky win as well. So Mokuba picks up the win against Weevil Underwood in straight sets as well. Weevil absolutely embarrassed. So let's tick that one off. Mokuba picks up a gutsy win. The next match is going to be Tristan and Keith. Rex and Paradox Brothers, along with Mai and Panic, played way many weeks ago before I accidentally jumbled my season after I deleted the old cards. Tristan and Keith will play next. That should actually be a pretty good, hard-hitting match as well. Oh, we've also got Joey and Kaiba at the end of this round as well. Oh, that'll be fun. Over in Battle City, we've got Bakura taking on Marek, which is the Battle of Evils. So that should also be a good one. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in, and thanks for leaving all the comments as well. I'm doing my best to keep up with all of them, but they are coming in faster and faster. But I will, as always, continue to do my best and shout everyone out who supports the series. Wherever you all are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.